All right, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I would like to remind everyone to please make sure that all cell phones are turned to the off or vibrate position. Also, please be advised our city council meetings are broadcast on television on Comcast Channel 99 and rebroadcast on WMGJ Radio. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Toles. Here. Councilman Williams.
Here.
Worthy.
Here.
Eccles. Here. Billingsley.
Here.
Cannon.
Here.
And Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask President Williams to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to convene today. Lord God, we thank you for this wonderful day. Father God, we thank you for the opportunity to serve. We ask that you would touch the hearts and minds of all in attendance, Father God, in particular this governing body, Father, that we may exercise wisdom in all of our decision-making, Father God. Father God, we ask that you would continue to bless this great city, Father God, that it may continue to flourish and grow, and through it all, may your name be uplifted and you be given all the glory and praise. For us in Jesus' name we ask it all. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and council meeting held on February 13th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the week of February 9th through 15th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, Mayor.
I have two today. The first one, if I could ask the council, it's going to be about the Girl Scouts of North Central Alabama. Karen Petterlin, Christine McGill, and Amy Canterbury to come up, please. Any of those? I guess if you would, too, we could get all the Girl Scouts to stand up. Come stand up.
Yes, sir. That's just me. Sure.
Would all you girls come around and just line up here until we leave this, please?
She's sleeping.
It's going to be me in about 10 minutes.
Is that everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the Girl Scouts of North Central Alabama. They have a couple of designations, Daisy through Cadet Girl Scouts. Daisy and Cadet are age levels that translate K-5 through 8th grade. You have Kaylee Eagley, Allison Eagley, Anna Kate Fales, Shauna Couch, Harper Gone. Okay, Harper Gone, I'm sorry. Haley Cantrell, Sarah Hardy, Lakin Cantrell, Natalie Butler, Caitlin Nail, Micah Cantrell, Mary Egley, Adult Troop Leader 30822, and Jessica Nail, Adult Troop Leader 23202. Whereas, whoop, that's the More than one thing to do, I get sidetracked. I was about to read about the weather. Whereas February 23rd through 25th, 2018 marks National Girl Scout Cookie Weekend 2018, celebrating all the fun and excitement Girl Scouts have selling their cookies for nearly a century, learning the 5 essential skills: goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. Whereas throughout its long and distinguished history, Girl Scouting has inspired nearly 60 million girls and women with the highest ideals of character, conduct, and patriotism. Whereas through Girl Scouting, girls gain courage, confidence, and character who make their local communities and the world a better place to live. More than 2.7 million current Girl Scout members nationwide will be celebrating the tradition of Girl Scout cookies and National Girl Scout Cookie Weekend. Therefore, I, Sherman Guyton, by the virtue vested in me the authority as the mayor of the city of Gadsden, do hereby proclaim the commitment for Girl Scouting has made it to America's girls. Proudly proclaim the week of February 23rd to the 25th, 2018 is National Girl Scout Cookie Weekend in Gadsden, Alabama. Okay.
Thank you very much.
It's okay.
I'm Amy Canterbury. I'm a council staff for Girl Scouts North Central Alabama, and I just want to thank the city of Gadsden for allowing this opportunity to recognize the girls and all their hard work in the cookie sales. We appreciate our relationship with the city of Gadsden and are excited about what this may bring for us. Thank you. Thank you so much. Come on, girls.
What kind you got? That's mine. That's his.
And now for the weather. Would y'all like to come up, Denise?
Not as fun as the cookies.
I know. Whereas Severe Weather Awareness Week creates an important opportunity for every resident of Gadsden to prepare their homes, businesses, and communities for an emergency from a severe weather event. Investing in the preparedness of ourselves, our families, businesses, and communities can reduce fatalities and economic devastation in our communities and in our nation. The Gadsden Etowah Emergency Management Agency and other federal, state, local, private, and volunteer agencies are working to increase the public awareness concerning the importance of preparing for emergencies and to persuade individuals to take action. Emergency preparedness is the responsibility of every citizen of Gadsden, and all citizens are urged to make preparedness a priority this week by 1, creating an emergency supply kit, 2, make a family emergency plan, 3, be informed about the types of severe weather that occurs in Gadsden, and 4, get involved with local preparedness organizations and efforts. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Sherman Guyton, the mayor of the city of Gadsden, do hereby proclaim the week of February 18th, 23rd as Severe Weather Preparedness Week in the city of Gadsden. And we got this right here.
Yeah, well,
Give them some of those.
he said give him some of those acronyms. But I'm not going to give you any acronyms, but I am going to pass it to Denise Cooey, who's also with the Gadsden Etowah County EMA. We have 4 upcoming events that we will believe will aid in all of our citizens being more prepared. Denise, if you will share those right now. One is this weekend when you're out buying cookies. There's also a tax-free holiday if you aren't aware of that.
Thank you, Mayor and Council, for this time. Yes, Alabama has the Severe Weather Preparedness sales tax holiday this weekend. It runs from Friday through Sunday night at midnight. And there's a list of things that you can get tax-free, $60 or less. We have flyers and information on the table outside. If you didn't pick one up coming in, please do so going out, because that's a good way to replenish or build a kit and save some money while doing it. Also, we have training that's available, several events coming up. Skywarn is for our first responders, and they're our eyes and ears on the ground during an event because they're out there in it anyway. And for them to be trained as to what the Weather Service needs to know so that we can get those alerts and notifications out, and also report to us real time what's happening. So this is coming up March 21st for any of the first responders in our county, and we hope to see a lot of them participate in that. Also, for our community, CERT training, which is invaluable. CERT stands for Community Emergency Response Teams. Some of you have taken this training. It's free to the public. It teaches basic necessities that you need for emergency response and preparedness. So that will be held at EOC. And one of our big events, hopefully from now on, we're having our second annual Kids Preparedness event. And this will be downtown again. This will run March 27th. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The children learn about preparedness and what they can do to prepare. Always, your EMA stands ready to help you with anything throughout the year as far as building a kit or preparedness information, and we appreciate all that y'all do to support us. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Do want to extend thanks to the EMA. Deborah, you and your team do a great job, and we really appreciate everything you do. Sometimes I think because you operate behind the scenes so much that people sometimes miss what it is that you contribute. So we appreciate that, and do want you to know that this council appreciates you as well. And definitely, we do want to thank the. We do want to thank the Girl Scouts as well. The Girl Scouts are helping us out with our little crisis situation. So we appreciate them more than they know.
Yeah. I believe you done stole the show.
Whenever she's here for a while, we give her,
Yeah,
What's that?
let her get whatever she's got to say.
first.
What is she here for? Let her
Okay, probably a nuisance property is what I'm going to guess.
Get to it.
Okay,
just skip to her.
You can do that.
Fine with me.
yeah. All right, ma'am, just to help you out, are you here for one of the properties? Okay, which one is it? 3217 Forest Avenue.
Just the first
Actually,
one coming up.
actually, it's the second one on the list, so, tell you what, why don't we skip to item number 9? Anybody that's following the agenda, we'll skip to item number 9, and I'll go ahead and read that one. This is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing. You can come on up. Allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 3217 Forest Avenue in District 6, the state of Alabama, and Crystal Whitmore being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Ma'am, are you here to speak in opposition?
Yes, well, I didn't know, I was buying the house, and I stopped paying for it, and I moved in with my grandmother. She got sick, and, I mean, if the house is in my name and I could fix it, I would love to do that.
Okay, give us your name and address, please.
It's Crystal Whitmore, 3217 Forest Avenue.
Okay. All right, so you're needing time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How long have you been out of the property? How long have you been away from this property?
For 2 years.
2 years.
Well, almost 2 years. I had actually talked to someone about the property taxes, and they said that I could pay it. And, because I was, like I said, I didn't know that the house was fully in my name, or I would have already fixed it. And I hadn't had no contact with the people I was buying it from or anything.
You just opposed to it too.
Thank you, Mrs. Whitmore. We appreciate it. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to share, or?
No, do I get to fix it, or? The reason I want to know is my stepfather has license to do everything. If so, then we'd go ahead and go in and start working on it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone else wish to speak in opposition? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, I'm Brian Harbison with the Building Department. We started this process in August of last year. There have been no improvements, so there are no permits to improve. And we're asking today for a resolution to abate the nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
I moved to abate, but Ms. Whitmore, I'd like to tell you, I think there's probably some more liens on this property for grass cutting, because nobody's cutting the grass like 2 years over there, I'm thinking. And I think we've had a lot of complaints and stuff on this piece of property, but you're welcome to talk to Mr. Harbison here in the front after the meeting if you want to. I mean, we're not gonna push it down tomorrow. You know, you're welcome to talk with him and, but we just need to clean this up and something needs, that's a thoroughfare through there on Forest Avenue. You said you hadn't been there for 2 years in that house. And so the water, I presume the water and the power and all that stuff's been off, and you don't know who's been living in it or what. It's in those last 2 years. You get where I'm coming from here?
I do know that people has went and busted the windows out and stuff. I went over the other day and I seen that, and they trashed the inside, but like I said, if I could fix it, then I would go in and fix it.
Yeah, there's people actually been living in that house at night, some going in and out, so you just need to get with Mr. Harbison after it's over with. But I'm gonna go ahead and move to abate the nuisance, and you talk with him, please.
Second it.
No, after the meeting, you can.
Okay. So we have a motion to, pass the resolution in a second. Is there any discussion? Clerk?
Yes, by the pictures, you can see there, it's gonna need a lot of work on that house, and mostly all the windows are knocked out, and you can tell it's in dire need of some help.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, and we'll back up to item number 8A. There's actually no action necessary on the part of the council regarding 1401 Kansler Avenue, as this nuisance has been abated by the owner. Okay. Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 316 Howell Circle in District 6. Donald and Mamie Danford, care of Sherry J. Danford being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, we started this case in July of last year. There have been no improvements. There are no permits to improve, and we're asking today for a resolution to abate the nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
I move to abate.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 104 North 24th Street in District 6, the Way of the Cross Ministries being the last known owner. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, we started this case in July of last year. There have been no improvements. This property has been deeded to Way of the Cross Ministries across the street. They do not have the means for removing the house, and I've asked that the city carry out the demolition, send them to the bill, and they will set up payments. I need a resolution today to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. What is the pleasure of the council?
I move to abate.
Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 408 North 33rd Street in District 6, the state of Alabama, and possible rights of redemption of Robert Altwell being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, we started this process in July of last year. There are no permits, there are no improvements, no permits to improve, and we're asking today for a resolution to abate the nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
I move to abate.
Second.
Okay, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
If you'll bear with me, I'm going to read the next three together, and our plan is to consider these all at once. This is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 2501 Sansom Avenue in District 6, Sunrock Properties, and those certain rights of redemption of Layla B. Davidson being the last known owner. And also a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 2507 Sansom Avenue in District 6, 518 Properties LLC, registered agent Forrest Frost and George David Cummings being the last known owners of the area. The final one is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 2509 Sansom Avenue in District 6, the state of Alabama, 518 Properties LLC, registered agent Forrest Frost and George David Cummings, have color of title and possible rights of redemption of Margaret Mays being the last known owners. Okay, so again, these are resolutions at 2501, 2507, and 2509 Sansom Avenue. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to any of these resolutions? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, thank you for allowing us to combine these three cases into one. This is a case involving what is considered to be abandoned vehicles, trash and debris, discarded tires, such. The business is located at 2500 West Meagan. These properties where the business has spilled over onto are actually on Sansom Avenue, directly behind the business. These are vacant lots. They are zone commercial. They are not part of the license. The license that was issued, and the license, a business license in the city of Gadsden, is address specific, which means that the business is confined to be operated at that location, whatever that address is. That address being 2500 West Meagan. These problems obviously 2501, 07, and 09 Sansom Avenue involving discarded vehicles and other business that, and we also have a number of dwellings in this block that are still occupied. I think 7 is the last count. And these properties are right next door. And even though these residential properties are non-conforming in nature because the entire block is zone commercial, they still have a right to enjoy the residential use as long as it remains occupied, and these are. So what we're asking for today is a resolution to go onto this property and clean up everything that needs to be cleaned up and restore it to the value of a vacant lot, which is more valuable, in my opinion, than what you're looking at. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Harbison. So again, considering all three of these at once, what is the pleasure of the council?
I move to abate all three of these.
Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt all three resolutions, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt all three resolutions.
Item number 16 is a resolution appointing members to the Gadsden Cultural Arts Foundation. This appoints Julie Smith for a term expiring January 1st, 2019. It appoints Lisa Thacker and reappoints William Holler III and Elizabeth Harden for terms expiring January 1st, 2020. It also appoints Portia Foster and reappoints Shane Ellison and Christy Knowles for terms expiring January 1st, 2021. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Item number 17 is a resolution authorizing agreement with EE Group, Inc. This is for electrical engineering services needed to install sports lighting at the Gadsden Soccer Complex located on the campus of Gadsden State Community College, and the amount is $35,000. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Okay, new business, is there any new business?
Yes, Mr. President, I have two items, but the first I'd like to consider and ask for unanimous consent. This is a request from the Parks and Recreation Department, and this is a lease agreement between the City of Gadsden and Destin Mints for Frost Gourmet Pops.
Okay. All right. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
I ask for adoption.
Okay, is there any discussion?
This is a concession stand that's going to be housed at Nakalula Fall. I believe the lease agreement is, they have a new person that's going to be operating this, and so this is why we have this lease agreement.
All right. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any more new business?
Yes, I have one. This is from the, this is approving a event alcoholic beverage license for the Girlfriend Gala to be held at 210 at the track, March the 22nd, and I ask for unanimous consent.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution under new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed,
I move
consent
for
has been
adoption.
granted.
Okay, is there any discussion?
I move for adoption.
All right. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, is there any more new business?
Yes, Mr. President, I have two. These are an ordinance to accept some property, and we already have the check in the bank, so I ask for unanimous consent to hear this today.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider both ordinances today under new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, we have unanimous consent for consideration.
I move for adoption.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion?
Yes, this is money that we have in the bank already, and this other piece of property is adjacent to it, and these are pretty good amounts of money, so we'd like for us to take that and put it in the bank for the city.
All right, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt both ordinances, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt both ordinances.
Okay, is there any more new business? Department reports, committees, boards? Remarks by the mayor and council? Councilwoman Toles?
I would just like to encourage everyone to volunteer with the emergency management They're always needing volunteers, and especially when we have severe weather, then they need people to help them. So I'm just encouraging everyone to get involved and volunteer when they can with the emergency management.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Echols, Councilman Worthy?
Oh, yes, I got a couple. I'd like to thank Reverend Trammell and the Victory Missionary Baptist Church for inviting me to speak at their Black History Program Sunday. We had a real good time up there. And I also want to let you know, make a couple of announcements. We have two Black History programs, three actually, tonight. Had one at Gadsden City starting at 1:20. Then you have one at 7 o'clock, Reverend Roderick Thomas putting on. And I think it's $10 for that one. And it's tonight at 7 at Gadsden City Auditorium. And I also have one at Wills Creek at 6 o'clock tonight. I don't know if they're charging for that one, but that's at right around 14th and Chestnut, I believe. That was last night? Oh, Lord, I missed it. Okay, never mind. I thought they was having it tonight.
Don't go.
All right, thanks. Sorry.
Councilman Billingsley?
I don't have anything.
Councilman Reed?
I don't either.
All right.
No.
Just a couple quick items. They got out of here on me, but Miss Janie and Richard Smith were here, and they're both retired educators from the Atala school systems, and they both had a hand in raising and rearing me from an educational standpoint, and I saw them out there and did want to recognize them. So it's just good to see them here today. Marcia, good to see you coming out, and we appreciate you being here for sure. The only other thing I will say is that again, we ask that the community get behind and support the mega sports complex effort. For those who are wondering, what's the city of Gadsden's role going to be in that process, we don't know right now. The city is really looking at it to make sure that we support it at an optimal level, and it's a pretty complex and involved project that's going to require some study. So stay tuned. It's hard to do a project of that magnitude without the city supporting it. And we're excited about what it's going to bring to the community, but again, the city's got to support it at the right level. So again, stay tuned in terms of how we'll manage that and how we'll move forward. If there's nothing else, I entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second motion?